Hello Stampers, I'm Kelly Acheson out of stampabove.com, coming to you from a beautiful Menasha, Wisconsin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my June kit class. These kit classes have been so popular and I'm just thrilled to death that you guys are loving them as much as you are. We are going to be using the Nothing's Better Than and Love You More Than dies for the June kit class. I'm going to be sharing a really cute card. I'll show you how to make that and also give you all the details for what's included in the June kit so that you can make an informed decision as to whether you'd like to add this to your stamping arsenal. Let's flip this camera around so I can show you all the details. As long as I have all the product out here, I'm going to show you what's included in this kit class. The Nothing's Better Than and the Love You More Than dies are something that you are going to need for this class. So if you've already ordered them, that's fine. If you haven't, you will have the opportunity to add them on for an additional $56. That does include shipping and tax. But if you look at this stamp set, there are 26 different images in here, some really cute sayings. I like things that are just a little bit sassy. This certainly qualifies. This stamp set was actually made by my friend Connie Stewart. This was her $1 Million Achievement stamp set. This is just totally her style, and I love the sassy because Connie is a sassy girl. Then we have the Love You More Than dies, and we've got all these fancy font words and then some images here. And I've taken the liberty to add these to a piece of black cardstock so you can see exactly what the dies create for you. Okay, so again, you're going to want this bundle of product. You can add it on for an additional $56 to the kit. Now here's what's included in the kit. You are going to get the Melon Mambo Stampin' Blend markers. Mine actually come tomorrow. These are not Melon Mambo, but they look pretty close, don't they? I forgot to add them to my order, so mine are going to be here tomorrow. But you're going to get the light and dark Melon Mambo Stampin' Blend markers. You're going to get our brand new Stampin' Seal. This comes with the dispenser as well as a roll of the Stampin' Seal inside. And I'm going to be using this for this card that I'm making today. So I hope you'll really love this tape. So far, I have been very impressed with it. You're also going to get a roll of the wonderful 1/4 inch crinkled Whisper White seam binding. And I especially thought this was a great product to add to this kit because you can color it any color you want with ink, markers, re-inkers, or Stampin' Blend markers. So I love that you can make this whatever you need it to be. And then you're going to get a half a pack, and this is a half a pack right here, of the Bold Brights Designer Series paper. And I just love these colors. I think they're perfect to go along with this bundle of products. And the patterns that you're going to find on each one of these are really fun and universal. You're going to have a lot of paper left over after you make the projects for the class. So you'll be able to use that for a long time to come. And then Ashley and I do this with my partner Ashley Pfeiffer out of Canada. So if you happen to be a Canadian resident, you can get this kit from her. This is part of a blog hop. So at the end of the video, you can head over to my blog. There's going to be a link there for you to go to Ashley's blog and see a project that she's made with the Nothing's Better Than bundle also. This is our cute little mini paper pumpkin boxes. You're going to get 2 of these included with your kit. And then of course I'm also going to give you a little idea of what to do with the mini paper pumpkin box. So you'll have a lot of fun with that also. All right, so those are the products that are included. 2 mini boxes, a half a pack of the designer paper, the crinkled seam binding, Melon Mambo Stampin' Blend markers, and a Stampin' Seal. All of that is $49. That includes tax and shipping. I do ship out these kits priority mail so that they can get to you a little faster and a little safer. And then if you would like to, for an additional $56, you can add on the stamp set. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to have a form to fill out. Once you fill out that form, you can find it on my blog right here. I am going to email you a PayPal invoice. You need to pay that invoice and then you will be added to this list. The dates for this, you need to order the kit to be guaranteed to get a kit by 6/19, so June 19th. I will be placing an order the following week, get all the supplies in, and will get this cut up and back out in the mail to you by June 29th. Also included with the kit, I almost forgot, is a pre-cut pack of cardstock, okay? And this is from one of my other kits, but I just wanted to show you what that's gonna kind of look like. This is you're gonna have enough to make 4 different cards, 2 of each, for a total of 8 cards with this kit. So you get all of this, a pre-cut cardstock pack for 8 cards, and you can choose to add on the bundle. All right, are we ready to stamp? Because I think we're ready to stamp. Let's do that now. Okay, here are our card layers. We're going to start with a card base of Daffodil Delight. This is 5.5 by 8.5. You're going to fold that in half and burnish that edge with your bone folder. And then we've got a piece of Whisper White. This is 4 by 5.25. And by the way, you'll find all the dimensions for this card on my blog. You can head there at the end of the video to also go do the blog hop. Then we've got a piece of Coastal Cabana, and this is 4 by 5.25. A piece of the Flirty Flamingo Designer Series paper. This is 3 3/4 by 5. And then I've got a strip of the Coastal Cabana Designer Series paper. This is 1 by 5. Another smaller piece that's 3/4 by 4. A scrap of Daffodil Delight. A scrap of Whisper White. And then I'm going to bring in an adhesive sheet. These dies are rather detailed, all the words, and Stampin' Up! Just got the adhesive sheets back in their store, so I'm excited about that because it's perfect for this type of die cutting. You can turn these words into stickers so you don't have to use glue and have the glue, you know, come oozing out because you happen to get a little bit too much. So you get 12 sheets of these adhesive sheets, and I'm going to show you how to use those. I have this scrap of Daffodil Delight. This is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I cut a piece of the adhesive sheet that is just a tiny bit smaller than 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And it's got little separating cuts on these sheets. And this is actually our sticky part. So I'm going to take that and add it to my Daffodil Delight layer. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And I'm piecing it together. Let me show you this. Because these sheets, they're nice because they have 3 strips on here so that you can peel this back easier. I know with our other adhesive sheets that we used to carry, it was hard. You had to like rub this back and forth to get it to peel off. And now there are cuts in here that you can peel the sticky strips right off to use them. So I really like that. Okay, so the first thing I want to do here is get some die cutting done. We're going to take this die, and this is the one that says Love You More Than, and we're going to add this to the yellow layer and die cut this. Then I also brought in another set of dies here, the Stitched Rectangles Framelit dies, and this happens to be the number 4 size, and I count from the smallest out, 1, 2, 3. This is number 4. Now, if you don't happen to have the Stitched Rectangle dies, this layer will be approximately 2 1/4 by 3 1/2 if you would like to reproduce this card. Okay, so we're going to take that and we're going to die cut it right out of the middle of this Coastal Cabana layer. And this is just a way to save cardstock because we're going to cover this up so you'll never see that there's a hole in here. So we're going to die cut this and this. Then we've got this scrap of Whisper White here. We are going to use some Memento ink and stamp the cocktail. Yay for cocktails. I love foo-foo drinks. I think pina coladas are my absolute favorite, but I am known to have a Miami Vice once in a while, and these are all cruise ship drinks. And, well, this isn't really a margarita, but strawberry daiquiris are good. Okay, so I am going to bring in some Stampin' Blend markers. I've got the dark Pool Party, and I'm just going to color this in before I die cut it. You could die cut it first and then color it and do whatever works for you. Then I've got my light and dark Daffodil Delight. I always like to use my dark markers. Whoops, wrong end. My dark markers first. So I'm going to do this. And then I'm just going to add some shading to my lemon. And now I'm coming in with the lighter one, and I'm just going to blend that a little bit. Then I've got my Gorgeous Grape for my umbrella. And this is the dark one, the dark Gorgeous Grape. And then my dark and my light Flirty Flamingo. So again, I'm going to take my dark one. I'm going to fill my glass up to here with my pretty little foo-foo drink. Now, whether you're a teetotaler or you like a little alcohol in your drink, this can be anything you want it to be. So if you don't like to drink alcohol, this could be a Shirley Temple, right? You can make it whatever you need it to be. Now I'm going to use the lighter color, and I'm just going to color that in. And you can see with these Stampin' Blend markers, that's pretty ugly, right? I mean, that's not attractive. But if you keep, I'm going to use my big end now. If you keep blending, what you're going to end up with is something that looks very artsy and makes you look like an artist. And that's what I really love about these markers. Like, if you don't have any, well, you're going to get a set with this kit. So that's cool. If you don't have Stampin' Blend markers, you'll be able to try them out and see if you like them. We have a whole array of colors. Last but not least, I'm coming in with the Wink of Stella. We're going to add a little bit of glitz to our foo-foo drink and make that sparkle a little bit. And I know sometimes that's hard to see in the camera, but it really is very pretty. Now, I'm not liking the way the top of my drink looks here, so I'm going to just even this out a little bit. I think I'll use the dark one. There we go. Okay, that works. All right, now there is a cocktail die that goes with this one, and I think I am ready to go do my die cutting. Okay, I'll be right back. Hang tight. Before I forget too, I will be making some extras of this kit. So the date that I gave you, you need to order by the June 19th. That guarantees you a kit. I am going to be making extras because this whole bundle and all of these products are going to be around for a year. So I'll make up a bunch of extras for these. So if you're watching this video at a later date, right now it's June 2020, just know that if you go to my online class tab on my blog and you find that this kit is still available, it's because I have more kits left. Otherwise, it's going to say sold out. Okay, so we've got our stitched rectangle. One thing we're going to do with that is we are going to stamp the word cocktails on there. And before I forget, I want to show you guys this. So all of these stamps in this case are the words that go with the stamp set. All of these are all, whoops, let's get this in here, all the little elements, the chocolates, the coffee, the cookies, the cocktails. There's some other little elements in here. Just Holy cow, you guys, this is everything that comes in this stamp set, 26 different stamps. And when I sit down to start designing with a bundle, I always like to take and mount all of the stamps in that particular stamp set so that I don't have to mess around when I'm creating. I don't want to get slowed down by that. So now I'm going to take this Cocktails and I'm going to stamp this in Memento black ink right on the bottom of my rectangle. And again, I love the font that Connie chose to use on this stamp set. Here comes our words, and I'm just going to take my Take Your Pick tool. If you guys don't have one of these, you should really consider adding it to your next order. I love this thing. It works fabulously to help do all kinds of things. Now, these are pretty intricate letters, and what I like to do is I like to just peel them up off of that white backing sheet, just like that. So that's left behind, and you can see here, this is our sticker, by the way. I forgot to say that. That's the sticker part that's on the back, and now I have created a sticker with this die by using those adhesive sheets. You get 12, I think they're 6 by 12 sheets. So you get 12 sheets of that, and oh my gosh, these are sticky, they're fabulous, and I am so happy we have them back in our store. So now I'm going to put my Daffodil Delight Love right over here. There we go. And I'm going to do the same thing with these other words. I kind of like to pick them off that paper. If I can get that paper to stay in there, it just makes it a little bit easier. And again, you want to be gentle with these. They are fragile. You guys watch the movie A Christmas Story? That's what they said. The box said that the leg lamp came in fragile. It's fragile. And they were all like, woo, that's fancy. It was pretty funny. One of my favorite movies. Of course, that's a must watch on Christmas Day at our house. And here we go with this one. I'm going to pull the rest of these out and get them stuck down on here, and I'll be right back. You don't need to, I don't want anybody to go to sleep while I'm doing this. And there we go. Look at how fun that is. Love You More Than Cocktails. I love this. Okay, let's start getting our card put together. We're going to take this Flirty Flamingo Designer Series paper. Oh, first we're going to take the Coastal Cabana polka dot, and we're going to add that right here to the front. Now this is going to be centered under this layer, so I kind of want to see how far I need to get it from this side, and right there looks good. Here comes our new tape. And this is really good and sticky. So here in Wisconsin, it gets pretty humid during the summer, and sometimes with tape runners, we don't have the best of luck using them. Like our cards can fall apart when you use a tape runner, and I have found that not to be the case. So I've been using this since last week, and it is working very well. And I'm not having any problems with my cards falling apart. I was worried about that because tape runners just don't do well in humidity. And we're just going to add this to the Coastal Cabana layer. I love these colors together. I know it's a little different, right? And then we've got ribbon. Where'd my ribbon go? Okay, so this crinkled seam binding, I measured it out for you. You need about 14 inches of it. So I've cut 14 inches, and you can make this any color you have a Stampin' Blend marker or re-inker or an ink pad. You can drag it through an ink pad or rub an ink pad over it. I am going to make mine, gosh, do I want it to be yellow? I think I'm going to make it Daffodil Delight. I was going to do it in Flirty Flamingo, but I think Daffodil will be really good. So pull out your big end, and you can just run it right down the ribbon. The neat thing about this with the alcohol marker is it goes through both sides, so you only have to color one side and it gets the whole thing. dyed the color that you choose. And again, just another good reason to love these alcohol markers. They're really fantastic. I'm not just saying that because I sell this stuff. I mean, I really love them. Okay, so we are going to tie a bow. Now you can just tie a bow if you don't have one of these bow jigs. Just tie yourself a bow. I like to use this because it's easy and it makes really nice bows. But you can just tie yourself a bow if you don't have one. If I can get a hold of it. There you go. And I'm going to just cut this off. Trim this off. Do you see my hair in there? I'll get that out. Gross. Yesterday I was doing a video for my team. I do a question and answer video, Facebook Live with them every Tuesday. And I was doing my question and answer video and I had a baseball cap on because I just got in from a bike ride. And, oh shoot, I was supposed to do this first. Put this on before you glue this down. But anyways, as I'm doing this video, a little tiny spider dropped down off the bill of my hat on a web. So he like started coming down right in front of my face. glad I'm not terrified of spiders because that probably would have made me scream. But I'm not, I don't like them, but I'm not like terrified. So, and yes, there was a spider harmed in the making of my video because he did not live past that moment. It was pretty funny though because I was like, oh, goodness. Okay. Now I'm going to grab this layer and I'm going to put this on first before I do my bow. Sometimes you have to just grab this and roll it a little bit. But I do love how sticky it is. Like it's super sticky. Okay, oops. And here, I'm just gonna center this. So I've centered this polka dot layer right in the middle of my rectangle, okay? And then we've got this that's all nicely die cut for us. Find my dimensionals. I'm gonna add a dimensional to the back of my cocktail and put that right over here. Here's our bow. Get out your mini glue dots. And I'm gonna kind of curl this one up a little bit because I don't want it sticking out from behind my bow. I hate it when that happens. I don't wanna see that. And this way I know my mini glue dot's gonna be hidden behind there. Oh my gosh, how stinking adorable is this, you guys? Here comes our card base. Oh, I got kind of a crink in my card. I'll make that the back. I dented it a little bit. And we'll get our tape on here. I'm kind of using this like I did our fast fuse with the little check mark motion, but you really don't need to. It'll let go. I guess that's a good way to say it, but you really don't need to do that. It's just something that I was used to doing with the other. Look at how cute that is. I'm so excited. Okay, now on this Whisper White layer, I'm going to bring in one of my new sentiment sets. This is Happiest of Birthdays. And when I saw this in the new catalog, of course I had to have it because I love big greetings. I cannot lie. All you other girls might deny. No, I'm just kidding. I love big greetings. So this was a must-have for me. So I've got this Wishing You the Happiest of Birthdays. And I think I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana ink for that. Where did my ink pad go? I know I have it here someplace. Do you guys see it? Here it is. I'm going to use Coastal Cabana ink for this. And then I also want to remember that I've got this layer going on the bottom. I don't want to glue it in yet because what if I mess this up? I can turn my white layer over. But I do want to leave room for this at the bottom. So that's why I'm kind of doing a dry fit with my designer paper. And then I'm going to come in here and stamp this giant greeting. I love these big greetings. Isn't that pretty? And now I will add this. and trim this little edge off a little bit. I always cut these a little bit longer because I hate it when they're smaller. Look at how pretty that is. Okay. Here comes the inside of our card. Now you gotta make sure you give this card to somebody really fun who will appreciate all of your bright colors, right? Cute. And then I have a fun little surprise for the envelope. Where did my word cocktails go? Here they are. We're gonna have to clean this, so hang tight. Clean this a little bit. And I think I'm gonna bring in the Flirty Flamingo for the word cocktails. So there's just a whole bunch of different phrases in the stamp set. A day without cocktails is like, just kidding, I have no idea. Isn't that funny? And we've got, today is a coffee kind of day, or today is a chocolate kind of day. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take the word cocktails and we're gonna stamp it on the envelope. And then I'm gonna bring in my, now that was Flirty Flamingo, I'm gonna bring in my Coastal Cabana. And I've got today is a, I'm gonna stamp that right here, cocktails kind of day. Isn't that cute? This is going to go with our cute little card. Now, I made another one using different colors. Here comes another one with Gorgeous Grape, Coastal Cabana, and Flirty Flamingo. This is the exact same layout. I just used different cards. Oh, one more thing I wanted to do. These are our new Playing with Patterns resin dots, and I thought a really fun thing to do would be to add a little glimmer to them. So I've got a large, medium, and a small. I'm going to add a little glimmer to them and add these to the front of our card. And these are really flat, so I shouldn't have any shipping issues, like the envelope and the mailman won't get mad because it's too big or whatever. Whoops. Come here. And there we go. I think my putty doesn't want to stick to that because I did put that wink of Stella on there, and now I've got some putty stuck to it. Hang on. There we go. Okay, there we go. And we've got just a little bit of glimmer on those. Super cute. Here is the Gorgeous Grape one. I used the Gorgeous Grape, or the Highland Heather Dark Stampin' Blend marker on this ribbon. And Gorgeous Grape ink on the inside. Aren't these just adorable? I love them. Okay, now remember, Ashley's going to have a card using this bundle also to share with you today. And if you're in Canada, you can order this June kit from her. If you're in the United States, you can order it from me. And if you're not in either place, I'm really sorry, but it's not available to you because we, as Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, are not allowed to sell over international boundaries. Is that the way I say that? Yeah, we're only allowed to sell in our own country. So sorry about that, but you do have this idea. You're going to get an idea from Ashley, and I highly, highly recommend this fabulous little bundle made by my friend. I should say designed by my friend, Connie Stewart. She did a fantastic job, and I'm really happy that she met this milestone. I've got that coming up soon, you know. I'm going to be hitting my 1 million pretty quick here. So I have no idea what I'm going to design for my stamp set. Like, I have no idea. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Help me along here a little bit. Please make sure you're clicking down here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything I have coming out. I've got another online class that is available internationally. That's going to be coming up, I believe, next week sometime. It is the Artistry Blooms suite of products. I can't wait to start making those cards. That suite is so beautiful. So just know that that's on its way. Click up here if you'd like to place an order with me. Please use this host code if your order is under $150. You'll get some special perks. If your order's over $150, you'll of course get special perks too, but don't use that code because Stampin' Up! Is going to give you some rewards, and I definitely want you to have those. Thank you guys so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend it with me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget to click up here and head over and see what Ashley made. Bye-bye.